Hi, hello to everyone. My name is Julia, and our topic for today is Latvian verbs. We're going to talk about the second conjugation and particularly about non-reflexive forms of these verbs. So let's see the agenda for today. Firstly, we're going to talk briefly about the overall structure of Latvian verbs. Afterwards, we will see the types of verbs that belong to the second conjugation. Also, I will give some slides, and at the end you will be able to conjugate them in present tense, in past tense, and also in future tense. And we will take some examples and a short practical exercises about the conjugation of these verbs. So verbs in Latvian are structured in a way that we have three conjugations and also some verbs which we really put apart. These are two verbs: būt, to be, iet, to go, and dot, to give, right? So they have different rules. We can call them also like irregular verbs. So they are conjugated in a completely different way. So the first conjugation verbs are those having one syllable. So we take away all the endings and prefixes. So we stay with one syllable. And these verbs end with T. So for example, ņemt, to take, skriet, to run. So the second conjugation we're going to talk today about, these are verbs which end with ot, ēt, āt. And the third conjugation, verbs ending with eat, ēt, āt. So you can see here clearly that those verbs ending with ot definitely belong to the second conjugation. And ending with eat definitely to a third one. But those ending at, āt, can belong to a different conjugation, the second or the third. So here we have to be attentive, sometimes even to learn by heart. So now we're gonna see the second conjugation, and then probably I will put it in a separate video, how we distinguish the second and the third conjugations. So let's see some examples. So for example, dzīvot, ceļot, gatavot, we see that ending is ot. So these type of verbs, the infinitive of these verbs, definitely belong to the second conjugation. The second type of verbs ending with ēt, for example, apmeklēt, to visit, zīmēt, to draw, spēlēt, to play, belong to second conjugation, but not always. Not all of verbs ending with ēt belong to second conjugation. And the last type are those ending with āt, not always belong to the second conjugation, so pay attention to it. And examples are strādāt, to work, domāt, to think, and runāt, to speak. Now let's pass over to a certain way. How do we conjugate them in present tense? Tagadne is present tense. Okay, we have to put the verb in infinitive form, for example, dzīvot. We have to get rid of a last ending like T, the letter T, and then we add a certain ending. Okay, for the personal pronoun S, like I have to add you. So, for example, it would be dzīvoju, dzīvoju. In present tense, personal pronouns you, he, she, they don't have any ending. So just we get rid of T and that's it. For example, tu ceļo, Viņš gatavo. Viņa apmeklē. Viņas zīmē. Right. So let's take some examples with mēs, we. For example, we want to say that we are cooking. So we cook, right? So we say mēs gatavojam. I take the verb gatavot, get rid of T, and I add jam. Gatavojam. Let's see some examples for the present tense. Tagadne. How would I say I live in Latvia? Es dzīvoju Latvijā. I take the verb dzīvot, then get rid of T plus U. Dzīvoju. Do you speak English? Vai tu runā angliski? So you have to remember, then we have a general question. Usually in Latvian we have to put this verb vai. So vai tu runā angliski? Runāt, get rid of T, and as we have no ending for the personal pronoun you, so we just stay with runā. Vai tu runā angliski? Now let's pass over to a past tense. The idea stays the same. So we have to put the verb in infinitive form, then get rid of T, and then add a certain ending. As you can see, we have the same ending for the pronouns es, mēs, and jūs. Here I have to pay your attention that for the forms mēs, we, and jūs, you, we have to put on a, on r, so arm, art, so it's the long one, right? So what is the difference between past and present time is that here we already have endings for the pronouns tu, viņš, viņa, viņi, viņas, right? Let's see some examples. So we have to say, we cooked some pizza yesterday. So mēs vakar gatavojām pizzu. So I take the verb gatavot, get rid of T plus jām. Gatavojām. Maria visited theater on Friday. Marija apmeklēja teātri piektdien. Apmeklēt, take away T plus ja. Apmeklēja. And let's see, the last one is future tense. So in future tense, the idea stays the same. So we get rid of T and then endings for the future, right? Es, we have to add šu, tu, si, viņš, viņa, viņi, viņas, just S. Okay, mēs, sim, pay attention, we have E here, right? Jūs, the ending is siet. So here you will always hear like S completely in all forms except of S. In S we have sh. So es dzīvošu. Tu dzīvosi. Viņš dzīvos. Mēs dzīvosim. Jūs dzīvosiet. So I will live. You will live. He will live. Probably in a certain place, for example, we can say es dzīvošu Rīgā. So I will live in Riga. Let's see some more examples. For example, we would like to say I will work tomorrow. Es rīt strādāšu. Strādāt plus šu strādāšu. Are you going to travel in summer? Vai jūs ceļosiet vasarā? Ceļot, get rid of T plus siet, ceļosiet. And now let's make a short summary. So here you see the ending for present time, past and future. So where is the difference? Actually, there's a small difference between present tense and past tense. So pay attention that the main difference is for forms tu, viņš, viņi, viņi, viņas, and the long one stays for mēs and jūs in a past tense. Now let's practice a little bit. So, ko dara ģimene? So pay attention, I'm asking the present tense. So take your time, maybe you have to stop the video or go back to a certain endings if you don't remember. So you can also write your answers in comments. So I can check them afterwards and will answer some of your questions as well. So ko dara ģimene? Let's pass over to the next one. Ko tu dari? Let's practice in a past tense. Ko vakar darīja vīrieši? Ko vakar darīja vīrieši? Ko mēs vakar darījām? Ko mēs vakar darījām? The future tense. Ko jūs darīsiet rīt? Ko jūs darīsiet rīt? Ko Sandra darīs rīt? Ko Sandra darīs rīt? Here we finish our lesson for today about the second conjugation. So thank you for being with me, and if you have any questions, so you can contact me or also write your comments below, so I will try to answer them ASAP. Veiksmi! Have a great day! Visu jauku!